Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to the Wealthy Queen 17 Summit, which is a wellness summit for women looking to make 2017 their best year yet. And I want to thank you all for coming in. I want you to be sure that if you have not already joined the group, we are going to be following the conversation in the group. So go ahead over to Facebook or checking your email and get the link to the group, and we will see you over there. Also, I want you to post hashtag Tanisha as well as hashtag Wealthy Queen 17 so that you can share all of the golden nuggets that this lady is about to share with us because I know she has some good stuff. So, if you are not familiar with me, I am Danny D. Taylor. I am the founder of DannyDTaylor.com. I'm a transformational wellness coach, and I motivate and educate women in nutrition, fitness, and stress management techniques to live a healthier and happier life on purpose. And of course, we are going to give you some actionable steps to follow, but we also recommend that you consult with your primary physician before you make any lifestyle changes, okay? So today we do have Miss Tanisha here. She is going to share with us how she released weight and how she helps others on their weight release journey. Tanisha is an international healthy lifestyle strategist. She's an inspirational speaker and author of Transition to a Healthier You, which is sold as far as Australia. She's getting it out there, ladies. She's giving this information. So after struggling with her weight for over 27 years, Tanisha realized that she needed to do something to be healthier in every aspect of her life. Her heaviest weight, she said, was over 350 pounds, which is amazing only because she lost over 100 pounds in less than 1 year. Congratulations to you, ma'am, because you did an amazing job. You look great. She has been published in
Thank you.
publications such as Eating Well magazine, Cosmopolitan, and First for Women magazine. She's also a Huffington Post contributor. So without further ado, we are going to get into this interview with Miss Tanisha. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am well. Thank you for asking. So the first question that we have today is, what did you do to finally commit to your weight release?
So the first thing that I had to do was I had to realize I had a problem. I think a lot of times when you are overweight for a long period of time, you kind of just accept this is the way you are. And that's where I was at. I was a beautiful plus size woman. And I just realized that, I'm going to be this way. I might as well just be fabulous. But when you stand on a scale and you don't receive a number, that's when reality kind of hits you. And that's what happened to me. I got on a scale that night in October 2012, and I didn't receive a number. So it was just like, you're beautiful, yes. You are fabulous, yes. But the reality is, the closer you get to 400 pounds, that is not healthy. And you have to make some changes. And that was really when my life said, we need to do a turnaround now.
All right, that's awesome. When you decided to first make your changes, what was your kind of first step into becoming a healthier you?
So the first thing that I actually did was I had to start praying because I realized that going for a different diets, I attempted to get weight loss surgery. So I tried so many things in the past and nothing ever worked. So I said, I need to pray to figure out what can I actually do. So that was the first thing that I did. And then I went into my kitchen and I cleaned house. So when I tell people we keep a lot of unhealthy foods in our refrigerators and we'll say, I'm not going to eat that today. But when something happens, if you have it accessible, what do we tend to do? We eat it. So I cleaned everything out. The white bread, the fruit juice, the chips. If it was unhealthy, it had to go. And that's the first thing that I did action-wise that started this journey for me.
That's awesome. Did you have a mental healing along with your weight release, and how so?
Absolutely. So it is 100% mental. I always tell people that we can go on diets because diets are always a part of our lives. When New Year's come, we have resolutions. So we say that I'm going to start a diet or I'm going to lose 20 pounds. But the reality is you can't look at it as a diet. You have to look at it as I need to be healthy and I need to be healthy in every aspect. So when you are mentally preparing yourself, you have to know that no matter what, this is something that's going to help me long term. A diet is not long-term. So once we start to configure that mentally and say, we're not going to have the mindset of a diet, we're going to have a mindset of long-term success, of lifestyle changes, then you start to see it actually happens and it resonates and it lasts longer. The other part of it is the things that we say. So it all starts with a thought process. So we would start to think. So when I first started, people would ask me, so how's your diet going? So I would immediately say, it's not a diet. Then they would say, well, how much weight are you trying to lose? And I would say, I'm going to lose at least 100 pounds. That started with a thought, because I knew that if I was able to finish high school at 16, I was able to start working on a PhD at 25. That means that I really can lose 100 pounds. So it started with the thought, and then I just started to actually say that, even though I might have only lost 5 pounds. But in my mind, I know I can lose at least 100 pounds. So when I say, you have to really think it, and then you have to say it. And then that just becomes like a cycle for you to have success long term. And the next thing you know, here I was 362 days from the day that I started. I released 100 pounds.
That is completely awesome. I always tell my clients, I tell anybody who will listen, it definitely starts in your head first. So that is amazing that you said that and confirmed that I am not crazy. So the next question that I have for you is, it has to happen in your head first. You have to believe it.
I think you have to really visualize it, right? Mm-hmm. So, at one point I was at the weight that I'm at now, right? Because I didn't just wake up one day and just be 350 pounds. So I knew that I could. So I was able to visualize, Tanisha, we have to get back. I may have been this size when I was about 14, but I need to get back to this weight. So when you start to visualize it, it actually does become a reality. So it's just really, you can have all the programs, you can have the food in front of you, but if your mindset is not there, then it's not going to work. And this is the reason why I tell anyone, I did it 100% without any products. I did it because of my mind. I did it because I knew what I needed, and I didn't rely on something external. I relied on what I knew that it was going to benefit me long term.
Yes, it is very important for people to know that they are enough and they have what it takes inside of them. So how did you release the weight? You did say you did it with no products. If you don't mind just letting us know a little bit more about what specifically you did as far as exercise, nutrition, stress management. How did you go about that?
So I always put it like this to you. Before, there was one time in life, there was no Weight Watchers, there was no Jenny Craig's, e-diets did not exist, weight loss surgery was not. So what was there? There was fruits, there was vegetables, there was water. So I had to go back to the foundation of life. So once we start to incorporate those things on a day-to-day basis, in your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, you're going to see results. So that's really where I started. I made sure, because I used to eat broccoli. That probably like the only vegetable that I really ate. And I said, you know what, there's more. So I really just started to educate myself to find out which vegetables do I need, which fruits do I need, because depending on who you are, certain things are not going to work for you. Then I just really figured out, like, okay, so some vegetables have more value. They're going to help you to lose weight faster. So you can't eat a whole bunch of lettuce, because that's just pretty much that's just pretty much eating water. Mm-hmm. So I just started to, eat more spinach, more kale, like the real dark greens vegetables, the vegetables with color, so purple, the reds, yellows, and I ate those every single day. I eat fruits every day. And if I don't want to eat them, I just made them into a smoothie. So it really just came down to that, reducing the portions of carbs. So it's not that you need to get rid of carbs and never have a carb a day in your life, but it's also saying, what time of the day am I having my carbs? A lot of us eat heavier carbs for dinner. So I will only have my carbs maybe for breakfast and then for lunch. So it was just really what I call product placement. Where am I placing the products at what time of the day? And I just continue to do that every single day. Drinking water. I'm not going to lie. I never liked drinking water. So I had to force myself. And every day I used to drink. In the beginning, I used to try to push myself to drink 100 to 120 ounces of water a day, because I knew that my body was actually dehydrated. Because previously I was drinking mostly juice and soda. So I said I need to replenish and make sure that I receive all of the hydrations that I need and all of the H2O. And then exercising. I know everyone always says go to the gym, but everyone is not made for the gym. You know, I see people go to the gym and they hate it. They're not enjoying it. So when I initially started, I went on YouTube. YouTube is a great resource because YouTube has a lot of videos that cater to everyone and what they like. So since I love to dance, Zumba was my go-to. And there's a lady that I started to follow, and she had update videos. You know, I was dancing to Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, Usher. So it was just like, okay, this is fun. Like, I'm not, you know, to like doom, 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 doom. It was actually songs that I was listening to on my iPod. So I had fun with that. And then as I continued to learn more about physical activity, then I made my way to the gym, and I wasn't afraid of weights. And whenever I wanted to do something out the box, I got the weight hula hoop, and I would just put soca music or whatever kind of music on in my house, blast it like I had a party, and I would just hula hoop for like 30 to 45 minutes. So I did various exercises. I never stuck to one thing. I always try to do things a little bit different. So I always encourage anyone that I work with, don't do what I did. Do what's going to make fun for you. And you just continue to do that. Eventually, every day you're going to see yourself transitioning and transforming your body, and you're going to see some major results.
Yes, it definitely is important that people remember that every day we do need to take intentional action towards our goals, because if you slack off, you may end up in that cycle of Monday it's going to start, Monday it's going to start, Monday, and Monday is never going to come for them. So it's very important that people, when they start, they stick with it. Yes. So the last question that I have for you,
And
go ahead.
huh?
Go ahead. You can go.
Oh no, so I was going to say, and that was another thing. When that experience happened, when I got on that scale and I did not see the weight, that was the one thing that I promised myself that I was not going to wait. I made changes that night. And I think that is the most important part of my story that a lot of people miss. People will wait until, you know, I'll do it next week, I'll do it next month. When I saw that, I didn't know where my glucose levels were. So I didn't know if I was a pre-diabetic or a diabetic. I didn't know where my blood pressure was at. But I knew that right there was the indication, and I had to do something immediately. And I think that is the most critical part. We go to the doctors, we see the alarming reports, and then people don't take action that day. They just say, all right, I'm going to do it one day. And I always tell them, one day may never come. You could take that next bite of burger, and that could be the moment that you have a stroke, that you have a heart attack. So we have to take those actions. Once you see a problem, take action immediately and just go from there. And like you said, be intentional every single day. It's not going to be perfect. I can tell you, I've still had a burger. I still had a can of soda once in a while, because it's been now, almost 5 years. But it's not perfect, but it's intentional. And when you're intentional, that's when you're going to be happier and you're going to be healthier.
Last question. Do you have any actionable steps that you would recommend for the queens watching this video?
So the first thing I want, like I just said, I want you to take action today. I want you to put it in your mind that I can do this, right? That's the one thing. And even when you don't feel like doing it, I still want you to say out your mouth, I can do this. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, and I know some people, there's always a conflict when it comes up to, meditation or prayer, but it works. It does align you for the day ahead of you, because we don't know what's going to happen the moment that we leave our house. So if you are mentally prepared and spiritually prepared for those trials, then you're able to make it. The next thing is, I want you to start preparing yourself. Meal prepping, taking one day out your week to prepare as many meals as possible. And taking those meals with you is going to be your lifesaver. Most of us right now, we spend more time out the house than we do in the house. So if you are out the house more, but you have your breakfast with you, you have your lunch with you have a smoothie with you have a bottle of water, you have your snacks, then guess what? You are prepared for the day. That means that that thought of being intentional, you can actually stick to it because you have it with you. And yes, other people are going to make fun of you. Why are you walking around with a bag of food? Because I'm being intentional in my health. That needs to be your response so that you don't have to worry and now think, oh, should I go to McDonald's? Because we always go into McDonald's with the intentions on getting a salad and it never works. So bring everything with you, have it with you, and just go forward from there. And then the last thing I want people to do is have fun with it. This is the rest of your life if you look at it that way. And it is not something that you're going to do for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. If you plan to commit to this for the rest of your life, you have to have fun with it. So if you want to do Zumba, find you a Zumba class. If you want to do boot camp, find you a boot camp. If you want to get a hula hoop, then get a hula hoop. No one is telling you to do one thing, but have fun while you're doing it. And once you do that, here you're going to look and see like how some days I still can't believe it's been almost 5 years. This is the longest that I have ever been this successful in a journey.
That is awesome. Congratulations again on your weight release and your maintenance. You look awesome. You really do. I saw your before and after pictures.
Thank
I'm not sure if you shared them, but definitely do share those out because you look awesome. So for all of the queens watching this
you.
video, Miss Tanisha just gave us some great golden nuggets. Make sure that you are sharing them with the hashtag Tanisha and hashtag Wealthy Queen 17. Miss Tanisha, did you have anything that you wanted to offer the ladies today?
Absolutely. So I offer two services. I offer personalized coaching for anyone that's looking for not just a weight loss journey, but a lifestyle change. And I also do a group program, which is called Heal Thy Body. And I'm offering everyone who is interested to join me for next month's Heal Thy Body group session. It is a 4-week personalized, intense program that is online that allows us to work together so that you will, one, not just learn about the proper nutrition, not just have fun exercising, because I do go live and I exercise with the queens because I want them to see just how interesting and how you can really just think outside the box. But we really dig deep in the healing process, the mind, the body, and the spirit, because there's so much that's tied into us gaining weight and us being unhealthy. So if you are interested, starting on the 6th of February, for 4 weeks, we are going to come together. And anyone that utilizes the promo code WELL, WELL, the number 17, will receive 25% off. Now, for you to receive that, you have to go to my website, TanishaShanee.com, and you'll be able to log in. So join this week. Get that extra promotion, join us next month, and you will have a lot of fun. You will gain a lot of information. I also give two personal manuals that I created that gives you smoothie recipes, that has guided meditations. And it gives you I go through like a list for the most common foods to eat for various illnesses or various conditions that people have. But I always tell people that anytime you start something, definitely want to consult your doctor. For those of you that have multiple conditions, you definitely want to make sure that before you start to indulge, that you will speak to a physician, or we can consult so that you can make those modifications for yourself. But it is such an intensive program. It is really informative. I love when I do it. At the end, the feedback that I receive is just so great and awesome that it just makes me feel as though that this is exactly what I need to do and why I need to do it. And then the last thing, you can go to Amazon.com and you can get a copy of my book, Transition to a Healthier You. and you will be able to purchase that at Amazon.com. So Tanisha Shanee, Transition to a Healthier You. Pick up your copy now.
Thank you so much, Queen, for sharing that with us. Everyone who is watching, go over to TanishaShanee.com and get into her program. I'm sure she can help you reach whatever goals you are trying to reach. Remember, she said that she lost she lost 100 pounds in less than 365 days, 362 days to be exact. So definitely, if you do have goals and you want to get up there in your weight release, go over to her website, TanishaShanee.com, and get into her program, Heal Thy Body. Again, thank you so much, Miss Tanisha, for joining us and sharing all of those golden nuggets.
Thank you so much for having me. It was such a pleasure, and I cannot wait to see the ladies in this next group.
Thank you so much for everyone watching. We will see you in the next live video. I believe Dr. Gail is going to be up next, so we will see you soon. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good day, Tanisha.